stripes, yeah, we earn the mics. Who got bars, who got stripes, KO and Nicky Danger, talk the talk. Bars like a sentence, stripes from the trenches. Podcast kings, built this off relentless.
All right, what's up with it? You know what it is. It's your boy KO, aka Mr. You Can't Handle Me, the Suntan Superman, your neighborhood bad superhero, the SPC2G Live Wire. And we are back again with another episode of Barz and Stripes, along with myself, Nicky Danger. We have Quincy on the couch along with us. But before we get into the interview, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, do all that good shit. You know what it is, you know how it works. That's free. You know, you click that little button at the bottom, that little thumbs up button, that's free. Click that bell so every time we drop another episode, you'll be the first to see it. Check it out, drop your comments, you know, share it to your people. So, with that being said, we are here with Quincy Benn.
Quincy Benn.
All right, and y'all know the Danger Man over here, Nicky Danger.
Happy to be here as always.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So let's get right into it. Quincy, how you doing? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Just living life, man. Got to be alive.
Live life. Don't let life live you. Hey,
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
Don't let life
Yeah,
live.
that's a good one.
Right. So, jumping into what we do, you and your music parameters, however, whatever that correct word is. I don't know. I don't read the dictionary. I've bear witness to a lot of your live performances. I haven't heard a lot of your music outside of performances, but I have heard you frequently for a while. You've done some shows that I've put together, been a part of. Nicky put together, been a part of, and that's been.
Slim Thug was one of them.
Yes, that was some years ago too.
Yeah,
I was just looking at that
yeah.
picture. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Man,
that was
a great one.
The giant. Yeah,
That was a
you
good
know
show.
what I'm saying.
That was a really good show.
So
I think that was my birthday too, or it was like it was like a day.
I don't know, something like that. Yeah, it was overall a good show, man. I wish we can do more with Slim Thug. I mean, we can, but
Shout out
Yeah,
Big Head.
yeah,
Shout out to Big Head.
yeah, Big Head, my boy.
Yeah.
You're a headache, Big Head, but I love you. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, all the time, always. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy doing business with you. You've been 100 with me from the time we met years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Tough businessman, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, tough business, but he's all about his business. That's the good thing.
Can't hate on it.
So you brought that up with the Slim Thug show. How was that experience for you?
Man, that was great. That was one of my first big shows to actually get up there with a bunch of people, and it was just,
National.
Yeah.
We had a nice crowd. That was a nice crowd. Really nice crowd. So before we get too far along, where you from? First off, let people know where you're from.
LaPorte.
LaPorte.
Originally.
What is the nickname for LaPorte? I mean, I know
Paper.
Long Paper.
Long paper, Texas.
Long Paper.
Okay.
I wish I had
That's
some
the
long
first time I
paper.
heard
Really?
that.
I mean, because I know you got like Pasadena is Pasadena get down, Dina. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I've heard that one for sure before.
You know, where I live at, Galveston County, we call it G County or the county, 409, stuff like that. Well, I'm not that far
Yeah,
south.
you're not that
I'm
far.
not that far. I'm right there on the edge of it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Now, you know, I got love for the island. I got a lot of friends in the music from the island. You know, a lot of heavy hitters, Witch Dog, Jack the Ripper, Killer Rowe. Of course, the Salty Water Boys, Poncho V, Tommy G. I know them.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of them.
They're staples for sure in Galveston.
Oh yeah.
They've been around forever. As long as I can remember since I started rapping.
Oh yeah, they've been around for a while.
Some of my formative peers.
Yeah. So LaPorte's home. Is that where you home, or is this like
Well,
the
man,
surrogate home?
honestly, I've been everywhere, man. Picked up, moved to Arkansas, came back here, moved to Seabrook, moved to League City. So I've been pretty much all over the place. You know?
All over the place. Okay. Well, let's get into some of your music. Like I said, I've heard some of your music as far as the live performances and stuff like that, and what you're capable of doing. You lean real heavy on the lyricism, you know, kind of like the backpack style. You know what I'm saying? Does that? You know, we always talk about this, all these subgenres and stuff like that.
Right.
Does it bother you to fit in that bag of backpack style rappers?
No, honestly, because I have music that people haven't heard that's like more to offer than just like being in that box, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I just love that style, man. I grew up listening to Joey Badass,
That's
you
a
know,
big one, yeah.
Okay.
that
I
New
like
York
Earl
kind of
sweatshirt.
style, you know. Yeah,
got a
Earl
lot of Earl
sweatshirt,
sweatshirt
you
in
know.
there.
So.
Yeah,
Some Mac
Kanye,
Miller.
all
That's
them,
how
Mac Miller,
I mean, that's how
Exactly. Mac
WYND
Miller's a big
Common,
one.
yeah.
WYND described it to somebody the other day, like, bro, he's almost like exactly like Mac
That's a
Man,
good
he
thing.
was a big
No, yeah.
inspiration.
Oh, shit.
I'm not even gonna lie, for real.
Every little white dude loves Mac Miller.
Oh yeah,
I'm guilty myself.
he was
Yeah.
he was a talent.
Yeah.
I've heard some of his music. I didn't get into it heavy, but
Right.
I did hear quite a bit of his music.
Mm.
Talented kid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when you do your music, you fit into that style. Are you capable or comfortable doing other styles, or is that the one you stick to, or do you dabble in different forms of
Yeah,
genres and music styles?
I'm comfortable doing that, and yeah, other stuff. I sing. I have like singing tracks and
Shit, you got
some
some
R&B
of
stuff.
some of my favorite Quincy Ben songs are a little more R&B, I think, or well, sing songish
Right.
than like just straight
The melodic, yeah,
The melodic, there you go. It's a very melodic.
yeah, and that's a good thing because a lot of people lean heavy on that. Well, they try to, but they really can't sing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's always a different aspect. You know what I'm saying? It's another different window to look into as the style of what you're capable of doing, which would be a relatively good lane to experiment in because who's to say you come out and do the R&B and it pops. I mean, you ain't got to get all sexy and your shirt off and singing in the rain and grabbing the air.
Brown,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
no,
But it might be a breath of fresh air because who knows when you're so comfortable doing one thing and you've been doing it for so long, you're like, man, something got to give. And we always hope for it to jump off and take off. And who's to say you did something different, like on the singy kind of side, and all of a sudden, you see your numbers go up and you're like, oh shit, this really works.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta stick to this kind of,
Yeah, I
find
mean,
your path kind of
right,
thing,
and you can do it and still be true to yourself, but
Right.
that's a good avenue because it's something different. Because
Mm-hmm.
when we do music, it's almost like everybody is kind of like mimicking somebody.
Right.
It's like the originality is there, which we all have originality in our own way because we might take something from somebody and mold it to our own. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got you.
So that's always a good thing. It's originality is it's far and in between. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And the sounds, a lot of the sounds now they kind of mimic the same sounds where a lot of them are auto tune heavy and like this works and that's what's hot and I
try not to be a old head hater very often, but there's a lot of stuff that I just can't sit and listen to. I feel like this doesn't, and it may be a preference in style, but I feel like it's also a testament to how hard you're really trying. Now, if you put auto tune in there gracefully and it fits the mold and sounds great, I'm all for it.
As a crutch, but not not the bass.
Not something you lean on.
Yeah. If you really
gotta compliment.
if you can't do it without the auto tune,
right?
Well, then I wonder the validity of your actual live performance.
Yeah, and that's what I've noticed with a lot of the newer style.
Mm-hmm.
It's just auto tunes for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They just throw it on there. It sounds cool.
It's like a part of their sound.
Yeah, it's almost like they got lazy because back in the day, if we wanted a sound,
crystal clear,
we stacked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We stacked.
You wanted it to be very, very much similar to what you do.
Yeah.
Right out onto the mic.
Right.
So then if you do wind up being the people who cut your lyrics out and stuff, it sounds the same.
Right.
Instead of like, oh man, when this guy's rapping and the auto-tune's playing behind him and he sounds
but it sound regular,
yelling into the mic.
Yeah.
It creates a different, I mean, and some people do well and some people have the energy and they kind of pass it off like that, but to me, I think it's just like a sloppy form of technique.
Yeah, yeah. That was say back in the day. It was we stacked.
Yeah.
We stacked. You know,
We still
it was well. When I say stacked,
no,
man, coming from Louisiana,
That's
when
a
we
little bit
stacked, we stacked probably anywhere from 6 to 12 vocals.
Oh wow.
When we say stacked, we
Yeah.
stacked, and there's so much where they're not the same. Each stack is different to layer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how when I say stack, that's what we did.
Tracks.
Stack.
On top
Yeah,
of tracks,
we
yeah.
stack tracks. You know what I'm saying?
Layers.
And which it comes in heavy when you record.
layers.
It comes in nice when you're recording. When you have an engineer, because he has so many pieces of
to work with.
Yeah. This one sounds good. This one don't. This, you know what I'm saying? You can throw this away, throw this away. It's a lot to record. It's a lot to go through. But if you have an engineer that's really in tune with it and like what he's doing, he
More
can catch
familiar
it.
with you.
Oh
What
yeah.
you're
Better to
doing.
have more than. You know.
Yeah.
The more I record with you, the better I get with anyone.
Yeah, you can catch their tone, their vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Mix quicker.
Right.
It's a little more efficient once I start kind of messing with your stuff over and over.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like with him, I must have known this guy 8-10 years by now, something like that. And,
My first show was with remember Avant Garden?
oh my God.
Dude, this is way.
Whoa!
First show, it was open mic.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I mean, it was
yeah.
an amazing atmosphere.
Yeah,
And
man.
it did really well for us. It boosted our confidence to the next level.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So
we had to
when-
go through that, you know.
When you're in the studio and you're in the recording process, you know, to get back to go back to the recording process.
Right.
When you record, how do you record? What's the comfortable recording for you? Do you do a single track and ad libs? You know, what's sounds good to you to be you and like your style of recording?
Oh man, so I get in here and I wish I did more ad libs, but I really don't do enough, which I know I need to. But yeah, we get in here. I layer it out too. The tracks probably like 3.
Yeah.
We layer out everything. So
Usually, I
Yeah.
think
we'll do the hook and then we'll layer that and then we'll move on to the verse.
we do a lot more
you know?
layers on the
Yeah.
with you.
And see,
Right,
sometimes a little ad libs
Yeah.
makes the song better. You know, sometimes you can over ad lib it,
Yeah.
and then there's some songs where you only need sprinkle some ad libs in. You
Oh,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Just
So-
whatever it calls for.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You kind of catch that vibe, and
It's per song. You know what I'm saying? Every
Right,
song
yeah.
is a different
Mood, a different
you
vibe.
may- you
Yeah,
may-
it just
many
depends,
ad-libs,
yeah.
It might fit the song better that
Right.
way.
Right.
But you may do some that, little, like you said, ear candy.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Piecing it in there like that's why I always encourage at least we do a lot of ins and outs. I think a lot of people call it ins and outs or emphasis,
yeah.
where he's doing like the last 3 words of his lines or
Yeah.
every other line.
Oh yeah.
Add that vibe
It's
to
a
it,
layer.
yeah.
It's a layer of,
Yeah.
of some kind. Add a delay to it, so it's kind of nice little echo in the
Right.
background.
And as you notice, he said when he's in here, we are in the Danger House, Maddox Studios. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where we
Yeah.
are at. We do a lot here. Nikki does a lot here. There's a couple cats that's, which I wouldn't even say like friends. They're more like family that come
Yes,
through.
Oh, yeah.
People do come through and record. You know, it's open. Hey, hit up the Danger Man over here. He'll get you in.
$20 an hour. I got you.
Can't beat that with a bat.
And you
So Quincy, what have you? Well, how long you been doing music?
man, so 29, probably ever since I was like maybe 15. Just started writing stuff and started turning into like a lifestyle, like just to get shit off my chest, you know.
Yeah. I respect that because some people be like, I've been doing music since I was 5 or 6. I'm like, you could barely talk back then. You know what I'm saying? You can barely put words together. Your voice ain't developed yet. Yeah, you know.
we all did that.
Yeah.
That's not making music. That's just vibing.
Yeah, you know, my
Straight up.
son, he sings his heart out, and
Yeah.
I may hear he sings Red Velvet by Judas, and that whole song I might hear about 10 clear words. Everything else is it sounds like it, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no doubt. So you've been doing
Little KO.
music.
He's a beast.
Oh yeah, he's a little badass. So you've pretty much a seasoned veteran, as some people would call it. Been doing music for a while, working on your craft.
You've done many nationals. You've opened up for plenty of people.
Who have you opened up for?
Mickey Avalon, Ronnie Spencer.
Yep.
Yeah, Slim.
I think did you do Devin?
No, I haven't done Devin.
Okay. And you missed him. You missed the chance because Devin's coming. What?
July 11th.
Oh yeah.
July 11th, Scout Bar. Devin the dude, don't miss it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, July 11th. And matter of fact, let me see real quick. Hold on. There's only like, you see, there's a format to the way we run the national shows. So there's only a few slots. So that way, people get it twisted because the venue is not a typical club where most people would perform at. It's a live music venue. You know what I'm saying? So when you step in there, you have to remember it's a concert, not a club. So on that show, just to shout out real quick, we do got JT, aka Face, SPC2G. We got T Phenomenon.
Big shout out to you.
My homeboy Premonition. We got I Am Little Brother. We got Cam the Genius, and all the way from Franklin, Louisiana, Big Hulk. Okay. So just a little throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? So you got some nationals under your belt. How do you feel about some of the crowds for the nationals?
Oh man, they're pretty big, man. They're packed out, man. Like a can of sardines in there, shoulder to shoulder.
It's a pot of goulash. It's
Pot
all
of goulash.
it's all mixed up because
That's the best way
Nah,
to
yeah.
describe it.
It's awesome, man.
It's a way to
Seeing
put it.
everybody engaged,
yeah.
Seeing everybody engaged is
yeah.
just a different feeling as a performer,
Yeah, and when you do shows like that, it's almost like, God, like you feel like to us as artists, we're like, yeah, man, we didn't call everybody, but
yeah.
it's you don't really catch you catch the ears, but you might not catch all the likes
Right,
because
right.
it might not be something that particular person is in tune with or like.
Yeah, they can't
But
see
there
something
might be
certain.
5 other people next to him that's like, man, that guy's really good. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we run our shows short like that, little support. That way it gives a lot of artists a fair shake on building a connection with the crowd. So it's not like overly saturated
It's
and
stacked up.
jamming artists get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have a loaded lineup and you might have like 5 real good artists out of 15, say 20, they get lost in sauce because the crowd's like, God dang, I just wish,
tired.
they killed the crowd, you know what I'm saying? So if we keep it short and sweet with minimal performers, it gives each artist a chance to build a connection with the crowd without somebody killing them, and then you're like, damn, man, that artist just killed them. Not in a good way, like, man, he just murdered the whole vibe, but we do give artists a shot, you know what I'm saying? Artists come to me and Nikki in our roles and be like, I could do this, I could do that, I got this, and so many people, and I'm like, my favorite word is, you don't gotta impress me. You gotta impress them. You know what I'm saying?
The crowd will let you know.
Yeah, they definitely will let you know.
Yeah, hit the heartbeat.
Do you have any bad stories or experiences from a show that you've done?
Man, not really. Honestly, not really.
I can't
I remember
think of
one
one.
time I wore a thick ass jacket up there. I was hot as shit, though. It was hot. Yeah.
If
So
that-
that's the only.
If that's the worst, then you did all right
I
because
fucking wish.
I've been in some where it's like boo or what the fuck is this or you know what I'm saying?
Last and only time I opened for Zero. I must have heard when I sang my heart out, rapped my heart out, and I got done. It was nothing but crickets. I was like, "Where's Ro?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it breaks your heart as an artist.
it's tough, bro.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's hard on us, but you're like, dang. Then you got to realize like every crowd is not your crowd.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? In the
Oh,
beginning,
for sure.
we all want to hit every show, bam, 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 bam.
Leave
But
a
then you
mark.
got to realize it's like every crowd, every club is not
Gonna
particularly
respond.
catering to your song.
Oh,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure,
I've
for
been
sure.
there before where You know, I went to some hardcore street clubs and I'm doing dance music and everybody's like,
Oh yeah.
you know, and I like,
What is this?
what the fuck, you know,
Ooh.
and I've even tried, you know, get on and dance with the girls. The girls are like, they want to fight you or cut you before they dance with you. Like, damn, let's not
never
do
mind.
that again. You know what I'm saying? But if you only had that experience of being hot, you know, that's something you could have fixed easy. And take off this fucking jacket or shirt or something.
Thinking back, at least everything, because that's what you said, like the first show you did was with me. I can't think of one bad instance that you've had ever where it's been.
Maybe like thinking back, like there was one time the DJ, my set list maybe had cut off or something, you know, in the middle of my set or something like that.
Like
You
when we
know
were
what I'm
fidgeting
saying?
around with different DJs.
Yeah.
Right.
And see that's something I tell a lot of artists. I know Nicki's real good about this. Is having your lyrics locked in your mind, in your mind.
Right.
You know, Nicki's real good about that. Some artists are, and we've had instances where the sound dies.
Right.
You know, and artists get this deer in the headlight look, like,
Oh yeah.
or they turn and look at the DJ and like,
Right.
what? You know, but my boys always told them, my homies, like, keep rapping.
Yeah.
Keep rapping.
Yeah, keep going.
You know what I'm saying? And we've had instances where sound cut, and like, keep rapping. So we start rapping. The DJ's trying to get the sound back. He can't find a spot. Like, yo, just leave it off. Leave it off.
Yeah.
You know, and you get more of a reaction a lot of times because they see you really that in tune with your craft. You know what I'm saying? And it really goes over well. You know what I'm saying? And
that's like how what's his name? K Reno kind of does this stuff. Right?
Yes.
He'll cut the beat and he'll go a cappella.
Well,
It's kind
Get me
of
started on
Reno is a different monster, bro. Yeah, he's a different monster
Yeah,
because
You can only aspire to be like. half
yeah,
of that.
if you're really in tune with Reno,
right.
you might hear one song
Yeah.
and you're like, oh man, he's finna do the song I like,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
raps
verse.
a whole nother different verse to that
Oh,
beat.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he never. It's rare
Mix
he
and match,
raps the
mix
same
apart.
lyrics to the same beat.
Right.
You know, he might rap, you know, like a different world that beat, but he might.
He does the Barz one.
Yeah, he
I love
raps.
that one.
It's never the same, and
Yeah.
most people won't know it. But if they're real K Reno fans, they'll know. Even rapper K, my partner, he's always on stage with Reno. He has to wait to see what verse is Reno doing because he's like, oh, he's gonna do this song, and you see him look because Reno's rapping a whole different verse, so he has to like, oh shit, I gotta catch that verse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that is a good thing. You know, we've all been in instances or in positions where the sound went off. You know, back in the day, CDs used to be the worst. CDs used to be the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like CDs used to want to have artists fight the DJ, and the DJ's like, I ain't do nothing. We're like, man, we just pulled that out the sleeves. We made two discs. We made a disc to jam up there and one specifically for you. There was no scratches on that, and the DJ's like, I didn't do nothing. You know. Nah, man, you did that on purpose. You know, I've seen that. I've seen that. USB changed the game a lot. It really changed the way show this was made.
Even DJs with like real vinyl.
Yeah.
I love the art form. There's something great about it, but when we're doing a live showcase with 15 people,
don't you scratch. Just let the shit play. You know.
I mean, hey, listen, you know,
right.
if you're that good and that crafty, then by all means, but
you will know when. Oh, that song's over. Let me scratch and bring in the next one. You know what I'm saying? Mix it up.
if you're not that
Backspin,
good or crafty, stick to just playing the
just
track.
don't even
That's
try.
why
Yeah,
you
'cause-
click play and walk away.
Yeah, a lot of time that throws the artist off. How do you feel about DJs?
Man, I respect them.
Big shout out.
That's a lot of work, huh?
Bab Lab, and big shout out to Bloodsucker MF.
Yeah,
I
can remember that to save my life.
He was good, man. He was
Chad.
real good, man.
Yeah.
Bloodsucker MF, man, he's a good guy. Same thing with Bab Lab. She's a great gal. They know they have a tact.
A feel.
a
You know,
feel
they
and
can
a
feel
grace.
it.
They
Yeah.
graceful.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Some
Yeah.
DJs are just want to put every single effect on you at one time.
Yeah.
I can't even hear what's going on right now.
Yeah,
We don't got no
it's a lot
We're
going
not
on.
on a fucking stadium stage. We didn't even practice this together.
In ears. So when you perform, back on the performance topic, when you perform, do you prefer to have your vocals on the track? No vocals, only ad libs. When you go into your show set, how do you choose to do that?
Man,
This is a touchy subject.
Yeah.
This is a touchy
So I
subject.
have backtracks. I do mainly backtracks, but there is some times where I'll do like a boom bap kind of thing, and I'll take them out because, like you said, it's just more effectful whenever you come out there and they see that you're doing it raw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's a touchy subject because everybody's like, no vocals. Vocals, no vocal. You know that's one of those kind of controversial things.
Yeah. I would say it's more leaning towards people just using vocals.
Yeah.
I see a lot more people use vocals than do the way I do it. Where
right.
And
when you use the vocals, it's if you're a real animated, energetic artist, then that's cool.
Yeah. Works.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you're doing all the moving around and stuff. And you don't have a hype man that knows your songs, to where when you take a breath, he can fill in for you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. We were kind of catching chemistry like that on one of our songs on the stage. Remember?
Yeah, that's a great chemistry to have.
That's the way, I feel like that's the way that's most intriguing and
exciting
to the
That's how it should be. You're supposed to have that hype man up there with you. That knows your songs, know you.
This is about where you're out of breath.
Yeah, kind of like Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because when Bust goes quiet, Spliff fills in, Busta comes right back. You know what I'm saying? So when you build that chemistry with somebody, it makes it that much better because it makes the show look that much liver and it gives you an opportunity to take a breath. For example, me and Conflict, that's how we correlate our shows. We know each other so well. We can hear like, oh, he's finna run out of breath. Let me catch him, so he can take that breath. You know what I'm saying? So that's always good. But I do notice you're always on stage relatively solo unless you have a featured artist.
Right,
is that the way you prefer to have it, solo, or you just never found somebody that you just trust that much to be up there with you?
Well, man, honestly, I have people out there, like, I got boys that I trust, grew up with, know my whole life, and, like, last night I was thinking about, hey, just come up here, and, let's have a good time, but for the most part, I'm trying to showcase what I've, what I've sat in the dark and
it's
you know what I'm saying?
Right, and see, this is a trick I always tell, like, a lot of artists. Like, they show up with their entourage, their homeboys. Right. They might show up with 10 homeboys or 10 homeboys, 15 homeboys that come to see them that really mess with them tough.
Oh, yeah.
And then they want to put everybody on stage. Oh, my God. It's like, don't put everybody on stage. Like, put them in front of the stage.
There you go.
Put them in front of the stage. Like, hey, look, when I go up here, y'all be in the front of the stage and y'all rock out. Because the people that don't know you, they see them rapping along like, oh man, and then that makes the crowd in tune with more of what you're doing, kind of like a smoke and mirrors type thing. Oh, okay. Like, because they don't know all those are your people, but they be like, man, all these people really messing with this dude. So they kind of listen more. You know what I'm saying? So I tell a lot of artists, like, don't throw everybody on stage. Have one or two. Put them in the front. Tell them, hey, I'm on. Go to the front. You know the song. Sing this shit. Put some energy into it. That way the crowd can feel it because, like I said last night, being up on stage takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Everybody can't do it. It takes a lot. And we, as an artist, we feed off the energy of the crowd. So when the crowd's giving that energy, we can feel it and we give it back. So we're bouncing off each other to build that energy to keep it going. So that's a little performing nuggets and stuff like that. So with you been in the game so long, what all have you done? Like, you dropped albums, you dropped mixtapes, you just throwing out songs?
I haven't dropped too much. Just, I don't know. I have a whole catalog of stuff, man.
You gotta.
And I'm picking and choosing right now. Like, I made a lot of stuff when I was younger, and I've matured over time to where it's like I'm trying to.
Do you want to release that?
Right. I'm trying to pick and choose I'm actually aiming for. You know, I got a whole mess of songs to pick and choose from. So.
Yeah. Well, everything that's old to you is new to somebody that haven't heard it.
Right.
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
It's
everything is old to you is new to you. You know, even if you want to get in and re-record it to update the beat or something, you know,
Like
it's
master.
like it's old to you, but they haven't heard it, so it's new. So you just taking something you already know, you know, and polishing up, putting a little more spit and elbow grease in it to bring it to them. You know, and for a lot of times the songs that we don't like, people tend to like more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I have a lot of songs like that.
Yeah,
When
like,
I'm,
man, I don't like this
second
song.
guessing it, and I'm not even like, I'll send it to my friend or something, and they'll be like, "Yo, this is hot."
It's
like,
fire.
But see, this is another trick. You can't have a team full of yes men.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Because you have homeboys, and they're your homeboys. You know, you like keep it real with me. They're gonna be like, yeah, man, that's tight. You know what I'm saying? But the trick is, when you got something to release it to a total stranger.
Right.
Total stranger.
Okay.
That way he's not biased in his decision because your homeboy's like,
true opinion.
your homeboy's like, man, I don't want to tell him it sucked because then he's gonna be fucking pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it does, but your homeboy's gonna be like,
you're right.
yeah, man, that's jamming. But in his mind, he's like,
I have a very tight circle, and it's because of that. And I'm not like that, you know. I'll tell somebody how it is, and it's only because I care.
Constructive criticism
Right,
in this game. Constructive criticism.
You gotta learn how to take it.
Is a must. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta learn how to take it.
Because if you have a clique of people, if they're telling you something, it's like, okay, then I can make that better. But then you have some artists that don't want to. They'll say, hey, man, how did that sound? And you be like, well, you could do this. Oh, man, that was tight. Well, why the hell did you ask me? You know what I'm saying? Well, we have people like that in the
need to
circle.
ask if you feel that way.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly. So you've released albums or just mixtapes?
Man, I've only released 2 singles so far.
2 singles? What's the holdup, bro?
Man, I don't know, but I'm trying to get to where I drop a song every month, and I have the material to do it for the next fucking what?
Yeah. I think we ought to set that plan up in motion for you, bro. Because I mean, what's it doing sitting in the vault?
Yeah, you're right.
Nuggets, bro.
I'm not on the rights to the beats, and
yeah.
You know what I
and see
mean?
the singles.
You did Jacket Weather. Didn't you release that?
No, I haven't.
You never released Jacket Weather?
No.
Oh, you teased everybody.
Well,
about
apparently Jacket Weather wasn't the one when he was on the stage in the jacket.
Hey, that's it.
that. Oh, that's
That's what I was promoting.
Hey,
remember I got something on the back of it? Remember Tara had printed?
Tara
Shout out to Tara's print shop.
I appreciate
You know?
you. Yeah, Tara's Treasure.
So if you got
Tara's Treasure.
all this music, bro, why sit on it? Why not throw it out there and see what grows legs? You know, because I know a lot of people we don't want to work for somebody else our whole life. You know, and you might be sitting on a million stream in one song and not know it. You know what I'm saying? But we've had this conversation. I've always had this conversation a few times. It's where, a matter of fact, I think we had it with was it? I think maybe Crew Miner or Win, where we talked about cutting costs in half instead of doing a whole CD. You do an EP. Yeah, you do an EP. You release 5, 6 songs, 7 songs. And if you have all these songs in your catalog in your bag already, you release these 5, 6, 7 songs that you feel are fire.
Right.
You cut your costs in half for the whole CD and stuff like that. You put that out there. Bam. You see what that do. Let that soak. It's like fishing. Throw it out there, see what it do.
I got you.
And say like it catches on. You're like, oh shit. I need to get back in the studio and get more material because I got a buzz. But you still have all these songs in the bag because you didn't just throw 15 songs out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if something catches fire, you're able to, okay, it's hot. Okay, it's dying down. Let me get something else out. 5 months down, 4 months down, 3 months down, whatever. You have those songs in the bag to where you don't have to go back in the studio and be under pressure to craft another song that's jamming. You might have one already there. That way it keeps your name out there. You know what I'm saying? So as an artist, that's something to always look into. I mean, I ain't the greatest, but I have a little bit of advice I try to share with everybody. I always look at it as, you can't gatekeep everything. You want to share what you know with somebody else. And I was always told, if somebody older than you or been doing something longer than you and they telling you something, 9 times out of 10 is beneficial because they don't want to see you do the same thing that they done. They might have made that mistake and they're telling you something to keep you from going down, making that left turn when you can make that right because they made that left. You know what I'm saying? So that's always a good something, especially if you have all this music, why not share it with the world? Why not share it with the world? Because you never know who's listening, what's going to catch fire. Just because it might not be jamming here in the States, it might blow up in Germany. And Germany is a crazy market because mixtapes here is like $5-6, maybe 10 at the most. Germany mixtape was going for $20. $20. You know what I'm saying? Over here, I was selling mixtape $5. Oh man, let me get it for free. Let me give you $3. That's the market on it. Then I stepped it up, slimline, jewel case, cover, CD graphic, and all I said was, $6 or $8. Oh man, why so much? In Germany, they hit me up was like, I'll pay you $20 for a mixtape. Shit, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what you have in the bag. You know what I'm saying? And like they say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Yeah. So you want to take those shots. You know what I'm saying? So that's always a good thing. So what drives you to be you and do what you do?
Man, honestly, just being a dad. Just
shout out Camden and Molly.
Yeah, shout out Camden and Molly, my beautiful wife. But yeah, ever since I had my kid, I just had to, quit being a knucklehead, change gears.
Yeah, you got to slow it down because you're living for more than just yourself at that time. Yeah,
exactly.
We both know that's right.
Yeah. Some of them has more kids than others.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nikki has twins.
2 sets.
I would say 2 sets of twins.
And a 10-year-old. What's up?
And back to back.
Ain't got shit on things, man.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Back to back. So.
Yeah. So who are some of your artists that you look up to? You kind of touched on a little bit earlier. Who's some of the artists that you look up to and inspire you? I know you said Mac Miller was one.
Yeah, Mac Miller, Joey Badass, man. Honestly, this guy right here, Nicky Danger.
Danger Man.
I appreciate you. Man, that's
Nicky is a good dude to have in your corner. He's very
that's a blessing.
Very mindful on crafts and his craft, and he feels like if something is coming out of his studio with the Maddox stamp on it or the Danger Man, Nicky Danger on it. Don't say Danger Man, that's just what I'm calling him. You know what I'm saying? He wants it to be like super tight because that's a reflection of what he's doing. So he gives you direction. That's the good thing. I always say I like being in the studio with an engineer that gives feedback. Don't just push record and say okay.
Oh yeah, and he's not just gonna let me record anything. He's gonna make sure, hey, you can do that a little better.
I've developed such a relationship with this fella over 10 years or whatever that he's somebody I can actually really just stop the track in the middle of it and push. You can give me more. You can do better. You can do. And
bring some energy. Yeah, you can do that better.
Very good. So when people take that well, as a producer, that makes my job 1,000 times easier.
You gotta be coachable, man. You can always do something better than.
And it's not to say like maybe what you're doing is something I don't quite understand. There's been those times too. Where I'm like, well, okay, just work it out and let me see what you're going for. But I mean, at the same point in time, if you can take that criticism and you could take that, and actually evolve or fix whatever we're talking about, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
I mean, you can stick. What does it say? Ego is humility's hard to find. Ego's everywhere you look.
That is very, very true. Very true. Your writing process, Quincy. Writing process. How does it, when you sit down to write, are you able to bang out a track? Well, most people say, I wrote that song in 10 minutes. When you sit down and write, being lyrical as you are, does it come easy? Or do you sit down and you think it out and plan it out, like this line go with this line's going to complement these bars down the road? Like your writing process, does it come quick or is it like a real thinking process?
Yeah, so it's a thinking process for sure. I don't write real quick, but there are songs that I have written quick just from like me really feeling something. And whenever you're really feeling something, it just
It just
spills
comes out.
you
Yeah,
know?
those are the best ones.
Happens
You know what I
very
mean?
fast.
Yeah.
But there are those ones where, I'm revising and editing all at the same time, and it
Yeah.
takes time, and want to make sure everything
So
comes out.
if the pressure is on, they say, man, you're in the studio right now.
Yeah.
We need a 16, like right now. You got 15 minutes. Could you do that?
Nah, probably not. Because you can't, I'm the type of person, I can't rush it, man. And I've learned that through, writing songs and crumbling up the paper and throwing it. It's just something you can't rush. You got to feel it, and it's got to be, there's a right time for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you like to be strategic in it, like to think it out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
But-
not going to force something and.
Yeah, but if it's on the line, you like, man, I'm finna get on it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've been in the studio with artists that write, have a whole verse.
The 16.
Nah, this is
15
trash.
minutes,
Throw it away.
Yeah.
That's a bar a minute.
Throw it away.
That's less than a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, don't throw it away. You might have something. Save
Yeah,
it. Put it with
yeah,
something
Or-
else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
At least a line or a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one
got
thing
you.
I know about him, I can tell you, it's funny enough. This man cannot count bars to save his life. If you
Damn.
ask him for a 16, he'll give you a 90.
Hey,
What, yo?
we ain't gonna say who
you
set you
and-
up for
you and
that, but they
you
just
ain't
walked
lying,
in.
you ain't lying,
You ain't lying.
No,
This
that's
guy
what's
was
funny.
good at 32.
And then I ask him, hey, can you match it?
Like,
He's
dude,
like,
you trying to get me to write
"Dog."
98 bars right now.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
about
that's
I
a
don't
that's a
think the
thing.
beat has room.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I think that's relatively
each one of my
common.
verses are three.
Right.
It's common because I know artists that can rap off their head and have 16 bars straight.
Yeah.
But then I know there's artists that have to count.
Yeah.
Me, preferably, I would count my bars before I write them, but I'm looking at the beat, so I'd be like, okay, this 16 starts here at 15 seconds, or that ends
really?
at 50. I would count them out in my head when I write, and I just have the beat on replay. So I say, okay, I know I start here, I need to end here. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I would count my bars,
Okay,
by
I
not
got
counting
you.
my bars.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would time
Man,
myself
I just
basically.
listen to the beat over and over again, kind of see the structure of like where everything would lay out.
Yeah, a lot of beats do change up.
You know what I mean?
That's always
Like the chorus part,
yeah.
you
You
can
can tell
definitely
a
tell where
subtle.
the
It'll
hook-
change. Yeah,
right.
some of them like that, and then some of them like if you're working with an outside producer, sometimes they just gonna send you a track,
Right,
and you just gotta write, and then they go back in when you send them stems. Then they go in and add all the breakdowns and add this and take this away, and then take this away from the hook or add this in for the hook. You know what I'm saying? But that was a way that I've learned because I couldn't count bars.
Right.
When I first started writing, I was writing 24 bar verses.
No, I got
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you, yeah.
I think
And
working on these programs and doing like the DAWs and recording really opened my eyes to it.
yeah, that's a big thing. Shout out to
Digital
my
audio workspace.
my homeboy, Gray Keys, hell of a producer. He makes some different type shit. He's real good with that. I know he worked on the DAW a lot. Shout out to Dollar Bill. That's a real close partner of mine. He does a lot of beats for Reno now. Thank God, he linked up with the Wizard and stuff like that. But yeah, that's always something to think about. Like I said, I was in the same boat where I couldn't count bars, and people still say, hey, I need a 16. So I said, let me see the beat, and then I'd be like, okay, I
put
would
it in the DAW right
count.
here
Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so that's how I would structure whether I'm writing 8s, 12s, or 16s. You know what I'm saying? Just count it out, see where I started, count them in my head, and okay, then I stop here. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times there's really no format to music. Everybody have how they say it should sound, because of the way the game's been structured for years.
Right.
But there's really not no right or wrong way to do it, because you might have an MC that does 16 bars on one track or one song, and then you have another MC that comes in and he dropped 32 bars, but they're all fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's really
Changes
no,
it up.
yeah, it's just what people are used to, or they say this is what it should be, but it's no rules written on how you should rap
Everybody
this.
can have a
You know what I'm
different
saying?
style
Everybody's
first.
different. Yeah, exactly. Even rhyme patterns, everybody say it's pretty much an unwritten rule. This is you rhyme this. You know, but not everybody do that.
Yeah.
I'm one that don't do it. My shit's orthodox. I might rhyme lines or every other bar. It's weird, you know what I'm saying? It's unorthodox, and everybody's like, man, you rhyme the lines. Yeah, and then I'll rhyme line, then I don't rhyme, then or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It's just no structure to it. It's unorthodox. That's always a deciding factor. With the backpack style, the lyrical style, are you real heavy with punchlines and metaphors, or are you just on that level to where you know these big words and you automatically know, I can take this and rhyme this with this and build this around this? Does metaphors
exactly.
and punchlines?
It just depends on the beat, but every beat calls for a certain cadence, in structure, like
I'd say you
rhyme wise,
punchlines.
Yeah, for sure.
Dog a motherfucker on the track and need a pee pad.
Yeah, and that's like, it's its own style in itself. Like everybody, I don't care. Screw y'all. Everybody say Jay-Z is the best lyricist, and I sit there and listen to Jay-Z. I'm like, what the fuck did he just say? Because I don't know what he wants me to insinuate from this, and this. I don't want to sit back and think about what he's saying. I want to jam the song and automatically know. You know what I'm saying? But it's a puzzle. You have to put these pieces together and okay, now I got it. Like, it's cool, but
I ask you what time it is, you tell me how to build a clock.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's cool, but who do you see as one of the greatest lyricists?
Ooh.
Or the greatest.
Ooh, get the keyboard warriors going again.
Man, I like Nas.
Yeah.
Nas is a heavy lyricist. I mean, I jam Nas, but if I jam, I just jam to listen, because half the time I'm like, I don't have time to sit here and know what to try to insinuate what he is putting together.
Really listen.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I really,
in a lot of ways, for sure, but I feel like they just had I guess the delivery and the cadence is different.
Yeah.
But, it was very, like you said, it's kind of like, I gotta search around to find the little Easter egg.
Yeah, that he's dropping. You know what I'm saying? Like Ether. Like I said, Ether was lyrical, but Ether was more like straight at it. It really wasn't no hidden pieces you had to break apart and put together. You know what I'm saying?
Puzzle,
one of my favorite songs by Nas, I think I said this, I forgot the name of the song, where he rapped the whole song backwards. Like the whole song, instead of starting from verse 1, 2, and 3, the song was like, he rapped the whole verse in reverse, but it made sense. He even did a video for it where the video played in reverse.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and that was like crazy. I was like, man, that's hella talented, because he was able to write his verse in reverse.
Dude, that's another level of.
Yeah, and I can't remember the name of that song. I had to Google it to find it, but that was like one of my favorite songs because it actually showcased it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think we talked about that with Joyner Lucas. He did the same thing.
Man, I love him too.
Yeah, he's
Logic.
Right, and I'm a big Joyner Lucas fan because he was relatively new at the time, but he wasn't following the norm of the new rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he was just standing in his.
Yeah, and like he had a skit where he was like on the court and he said one of his boys told him to rap a verse, rap a 16, forwards and backwards, but make sense. So he rapped a 16 straight.
Oh yeah.
Then his boy say rap it backwards, but it has to make sense. So he did it forwards, then he did it backwards, and it made sense from front and then reverse. It was crazy. And he told him do it again. He did it like 3 times. So it's word for word, forwards, and then the same thing. He just reversed it.
And it's hard, bro.
Yeah,
it's hard.
It's crazy. It blew my mind to have somebody do something like that, like Pap and Alphabetical Slaughter.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know,
that's a classic. Always.
Yeah, those are good. So Nas is one of your lyricists. Top. Is that your top lyricist?
We get into the last last couple questions here. So
Yeah, for sure.
you know,
Top lyricists,
give
man.
us
There's
all
a
you
bunch
got.
of them, man. Trying to.
Who's the hardest lyricist right now that you say is just like top dog lyricist in your mind?
Man, I'd say Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar. That's a good one because his name don't get tossed around a lot in the lyrical aspect, but he is hella talented.
Like his earlier days, ADHD.
Yeah.
Like that was really some raw like lyricists, you know.
I'm guilty because I don't even really listen to Kendrick Lamar. I didn't get on Kendrick Lamar until my left stroke went viral.
Oh, man.
That's when I got on
You missed
Kendrick.
all the greats.
It was stuff like back in the day was like very like kind of poetic in a sense, like rigor mortis.
The underdog coming up is like.
And see, I knew it because it was like, oh, Kendrick is Dr. Dre's protege.
Yeah.
And I listened, I was like, yeah, he ain't for me. You know what I'm saying?
He's a little different for sure, but there's he has a lot of Jay-Z and Nas similarities
with a West Coast feel to it.
Yeah, he got a different vibe and style completely, but like the like what we were talking about, where you have to kind of figure out and guess what the hell they're talking about for a second. It's just so, I mean, I guess poetic and deep in a sense, and this I like, you know, you can call it deep or you can call it, you know, nonsense, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it sounds great and it works. So it might be deep.
Yeah. Features. How? What are some artists you did features with that you feature with?
I've done a lot of features with Danger.
Absolutely.
My boy Brian Boyette. He goes by the name of Endo. And I really don't got a lot of features, man.
Is there any features that you done where you're like, man, I shouldn't put him on that song?
Oh yeah, heck yeah. Where you work on something and you're and you try to set the feature up.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't write until they get in the studio the day of recording.
I'm guilty. I do it.
But you know what I mean, though. Like,
I feel like a lot of us have done that.
Yeah. Sure. I'm super guilty of that because everybody know, okay, we need the verse. Yeah. I got you. A month later, 2 months later, you got your verse? Yeah, I got my verse. All right, we're going to the studio. I write my verse in the car. I'm driving like 80 down 45 with my leg in a pad or the phone, writing my verse right then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we've had some of those, which some of them come out good. Some of them need to be reworked. At least it's just a basis. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. The name, is this your actual name? Quincy Ben?
No, that's not my actual name.
Okay, so the artist name. Give us a little detail on your artist name.
So back in the day, whenever I was young, you know, selling bud, and I didn't want to go by my real name, you know. So me and my boy, we just made up some names, you know, and it just stuck. The whole city was calling me that, and then I started rapping, so it just went hand in hand, you know.
Yeah, when Nikki first introduced me to you, I think I heard you. I thought it was Quincy Bean.
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was. That's what I thought it was. Which is, you know,
my real last name is Bennett. So it's half of that.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
So that's where that comes from.
Yeah, I thought it was Bean, and I was like, okay, so he's saying
Quincy Bean.
Quincy 100. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think I said that. I probably did say that, but I was always all right. So, with where you at right now in your career as an artist, as a rapper, are you comfortable? Are you complacent? You want more, or is this a stepping stone to make you more hungry? You still got that hunger pain in your stomach?
Oh yeah, for sure. You can never be complacent, man. You can always do something better, be better in life. I mean, never comfortable, you know. That hunger
is a mug. Like I tell everybody, my stomach and my back is fighting. I don't know who's winning, but I know who's losing.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. With all that, you know, and the motivation, you say your family, touched on your name, some of the shows you've been part of. We touched on the Danger Man and what he contributes to everything. Is there any like shout outs that you want to give somebody that, you know, means something to you, or specific people you just want to shout out?
Shout out my boy Danger. Shout out my boy KO.
I ain't shit.
Shout out my boy Wind. His birthday bash. last night.
Woo.
That was a good time, man. Glad to be a part of it.
Long legs.
Oh yeah.
It's etched in my mind.
Just burnt.
It's
Burnt through the brain.
it's you know.
Okay, I got stuck.
It's just etched in my mind, man. Man, look here, man. We appreciate having you
Yes, sir.
with us here. We appreciate you for being you.
Yes.
We appreciate you for being original. We appreciate you for being 100 and true. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not some egotistical dude that just feels like you're better than everybody else. You have a good head on your shoulders, and you see things for what it is and respect a lot of stuff. So, you know, for me, the Danger Man, you know, Nikki knows you longer than I do. Personally, I mean, you know, I've known you for a while too.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, that's goes a long way. You're 100 in my book.
Yes, sir.
And if I feel a cat is 100, then I know that somebody cool, because I just don't throw that 100 label around a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
So, like I said, we appreciate you for being you and everything that you do and contribute to what you do and the masses to touch them and stuff like that. So, it's a good thing.
On it too. He's definitely the guy who kept me making music, and I thought all was lost and all had failed.
Yeah.
Like giving all the TVs in my studio to my children and said, "No, I can't make music. I don't have a TV." He'd come over here with a flat screen TV.
I got you.
No, you can't quit just yet.
Where'd you get that from? Don't worry about it. Just know I got it.
Yeah.
Got it on the corner from old boy for $10.
I want the questions, the answers to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember helping you set up all your studio equipment.
Yeah, you've done it multiple times.
Well, that's good.
Helped me set it up. You stuck around when the going got tough, and I can say you're probably the only person who stuck around through the hard.
Yeah, and
You know,
that's
and you, and
cool.
now, luckily, I've met a good team of people, but before it wasn't like that.
Right.
Unfortunately, and you know, I've put some wrong people in charge, but that happens.
Yeah.
And,
It's a learning curve.
But that's a good thing when we say, you know, have people around you that mean you good. They don't mean me no harm, but they don't mean me no good either. You know, that's a good thing, you know what I'm saying, to be that person to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because if you wasn't that 100 person, who's to say Nicky still wouldn't be doing music? You know, who's to say he wouldn't be recording? You know what I'm saying? So that's always a good thing, man. So, like I said, appreciate you for doing that. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Barz and Stripes Radio. God damn it, I did it again. I did that last time. Barz and Stripes podcast with KO and Nikki Danger. We got Quincy Benn, not Bean. Quincy Benn on the couch. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, click that little thumbs up button, that notification, so every time we upload, you get the video first.
Send us an email if you like.
Yeah, and hey, don't be shy to drop your comments in the comment section. You know what I'm saying?
Reach out for an interview.
Hey, we see everything. Well, some of us do. I might not, but we see everything. You know what I'm saying? Nikki will see it, or when to see it. When has came aboard to help us get a lot of stuff rolling. So somebody will see your comment. We will reply. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it G. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be all keyboard warrior and put on your bulletproof keyboard vest because you're behind a screen. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, reach out to us. We interview everybody. Like I said, I don't care if you sell tamales or, you know, your gold mine on the corner. Reach out to us. You know, we're trying to do something different. Artists that's tuned in, you know, you want to get on shows, hit me up. Hit up Nikki, you know, drop it in a comment. We'll reach back out, and we do a lot of shows where it's local shows with artists and nationals, man. But thanks again for watching. Quincy, thank you for coming out, being our guest on the 3rd episode, right? The 3? 4. 3.
This is 4.
4? I drink a lot.
4, right?
I drink a lot.
This is 3?
This is 3?
3.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, this is 3.
Yeah,
we did half. Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah, this
Episode
is 3. Episode 3. Stay tuned. We got more to come. I don't know who we'll have next. Hey, if you want to see somebody on Barz and Stripes with me and Nikki, drop it in the comments. Reach out to us. We'll get them here. you know, or we'll work on it. We'll try. We'll try our best. But once again, thank you for tuning in. I am KO, Nicky Danger, Quincy Benn, Barz and Stripes. We out.
Later.
Barz and Stripes, yeah, we earn the mics. Who got bars? Who got stripes? KO and Nicky Danger talk the talk. Bars like a sentence. Stripes from the trenches. Podcast kings built this off relentless.